I'm Raymond Douglas, and welcome to my man cave. Well, rather tool shed, or my special place of reflection. The Inside Out Perspective takes a look at life's challenges and its effects and asks one simple question: what race are you running? Good day and welcome to another episode of the Inside Out Perspective, and I'm excited because I'm going to deviate from the normal plan of action, and I'm not going to talk about Islam or Jewish tradition for a change. I am going to talk about my other passion, which is prison ministry. Why do I like prison ministry? Because it's a captive market. No, I'm joking. That's not the truth. I got involved in prison ministry early on in my Christian life after hearing the testimony of a Kairos weekend, which is an international program, and I heard this testimony and my heart just leapt out of my chest and said, I want to get involved with this. This is something I can do. And the wonderful thing about those processes is when you get involved, the inmates which you've been involved with actually get released. And one of the gentlemen who's very dear to my heart and I've got to know over the past couple of years through the South African Bible Institute's program is a guy by the name of Jacques, and he was released last week. And I was given permission through his parole officer to bring him home, and we just sat and chatted and had a bite to eat and was talking. But the fundamental realization which we know about but we don't often actually see is the fact that when you're in prison, your right of choice is totally taken away. A normal person will make about 120 decisions in a given day related to all sorts of different things: how to drive a car, to stop at the stop street, to go to the shop, what they're going to eat for dinner. Those basic rights are taken away from an inmate. And I saw that yesterday when we were having lunch with Jacques. And remember, an inmate will only be able to make about 5 choices in a day. He hasn't got the right to decide when he wants to wake up or can he sleep in. And while we were having lunch yesterday, we just had cold meats and salads on a roll. Very simple, very basic. And after praying and blessing the food, he just said to me, he said, I'm so glad we're not eating with a knife and fork, because I still find it difficult to hold a knife and fork. It's awkward for me. And I just realized those little things we take for granted every single day, the normal things in life, where a prisoner is just given a spoon, and if it's not stolen by someone else, he's just got his spoon and his plate. He doesn't own a plate. It's never himself. It goes back. He gets another varkpan, as we call it in Afrikaans. And those basic choices are taken away from a person. And that adjustment, you can see, is a struggle in the person's life. And although Jacques is one of the very few I've seen who's managed to get parole on his first parole hearing, he is serving a 20-year sentence and he's paroled after 10 years, which is pretty much unheard of in the South African prison context. Another gentleman who I know as well, he's gone for 3 parole hearings and he hasn't got it yet. So it's great to see a man released. And not only that, Jacques had the choice of either going back to his home environment with his parents or going to, let me call it the Lord's Acre Center, which is a local center established by a local church, and the pastor involved is also the prison chaplain. So he has got a good history of the inmates, and certain of them he invites to the center where they are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses and a cloud of support which help the man get back on his feet. Over the 10 years where this has been operating, some 96 odd prisoners has gone through Archie Jaffdis's program. Not all of them successful, but the majority are. And it's so great to see Jacques involved with this and proactively, slowly finding his feet. So the point I'm trying to make here is, and the point was actually confirmed this morning with another discussion I had with another missionary friend of mine who phoned me, and he told me a story about from a book he's reading of a missionary group which went in the 13 or 1400s to Algeria, and their call was just to pray for a certain town, and through that prayer this town got saved. Each member of the town, or major members of the community, got a supernatural vision from Jesus and became Christians. And I think so often we think we've done our process, we've done the prison ministry, the man's now released, he's going to be okay. And that's not the case. These kind of people require our prayer, require our support. Whether it is just a quick lunch or a pat on the back or saying, man, here's another home if you need one. Just a hug or a love. But in essence, what I think we forget as Christians so often is the power of that spiritual prayer which we can transfer that blessing. It doesn't matter where we are in the world, to the body of Christ. And missions like the Lord's Acre and Jacques need this, especially from the backgrounds they're coming with. So I'm asking you over the next couple of months to join me in supporting people like Jacques or people in your own community which you know of like that. And just be proactive, pray for them, love them through the Spirit. And remember, what race are you running?